Okay, are we recording?
Hope not, because I am not ready.
Let's ruin some takes, shall we?
Let's do it.
It's confession time.
And breathe out.
Honestly, I bet those LinkedIn bros are shaking right now. They're like, oh my God, this doesn't belong. Well, you know what? This is what the people want, so shut up.
I'm Penny. I'm the content lead at Contentoo.
I'm Nike, the content marketeer at Contentoo. And this is
Permission to Rant, the podcast where marketers actually get to say what they think.
So let's cleanse this energy, guys. I feel like we need a moment.
Yeah.
Breathe in and breathe out. Your OKRs do not define you.
You are more than a Slack notification.
Let go of the phrase quick win. It never helped you.
Welcome. You are safe. You are seen.
And you are allowed to rant. Okay, now we're emotionally regulated. Everything feels good. Let's ruin some takes, right?
Let's get into it. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
This week in marketing, Wall Street Journal released an article talking about how companies are desperately seeking storytellers.
Haha. So you fired the humans, went full AI, and now look at that. You want the humans back. How the tables have turned.
Almost like storytelling and narrative is something that AI can't replicate. Who would have thought?
Honestly, I bet those LinkedIn bros are shaking right now. They're like, oh my God, this doesn't belong. Well, you know what? This is what the people want, so shut up.
Which brings us to today's question. Da-da-da-da. Is B2B allowed to be funny?
Actually, I think that's the wrong question. I think what we need to be asking is, does your tone make sense? Does it make sense for your brand, your goals, what you're trying to do in general, your audience also? Like, you don't have to be Duolingo. You just don't have to be boring and put your audience to sleep. That's all we're asking for, honestly.
Just have a personality.
Yeah, please be
So-
real.
If storytelling is now a hot commodity all of a sudden, again, which we knew it always was, what does that actually mean for the world of B2B? Does this mean we all need to be funny, epic, poetic? Do we need to be Duolingo? Okay, story time. When I joined Contentoo all those year and a half ago, we changed up our tone of voice, we changed up our strategy, and that was quite a shift. And naturally, we got questions.
Pooh, the questions. Now, those were scary, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Why are we writing in lowercase? Why are we posting memes? Why are we trying to be funny? Now, this is kind of offensive because we actually did have a strategy. Like, we
Literally.
weren't just being funny. We weren't posting memes to post memes. So please don't be offensive.
Yeah, the funny thing is like the strategy wasn't be funny. Like that's a tactic. We had a strategy based on our commercial goals. We knew we knew our audience. We knew everything. And so from that, we were able to create a strategy that actually resonates with our audience because fun fact, we actually are our audience. We are targeting content marketers, marketing people just like you guys. And
We're
can be
very
hard.
lucky in that sense. We
We
really are. But eventually our leadership went from being like, why are we doing this? This is weird, to, oh my God, I love what you're doing. And also, can I be involved in it somehow? Like, our
Yeah.
CEO is writing his own posts.
that's the biggest win.
He's doing his own thing. He's believing in what we're actually putting out. He loves our content himself.
He went from someone who did not understand necessarily like how human authentic content translates to leads to deals to like the
Yeah.
bottom line. But that's what he has to worry about. And then through our constant explanation and his actual own traction that he's gotten, he sees the value in putting out like real stories about himself, not just like our value proposition, not constantly trying
Not
to
like-
sell.
Get content too.
Yeah, not every post needs to be buy from us, buy from us. It
Yeah.
instead is building this whole world of trust. And he really gets that now. And having that buy-in after, like, obviously at the beginning, it wasn't so easy. It's not like it was ever that difficult. He was never like, hey, I hate this. He was just like, what is
No,
this?
it's
I don't
crazy.
understand.
Because he went from like, why are we changing colors?
Yeah.
To like, oh yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's continue with this brand building.
Yeah. Why are we writing in lowercase? Because that's how people write on social. It's supposed to be funny. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
You
just-
don't need to know.
That's what humans do. So we are also humans.
Back in 2024, we, like many, many brands, decided to do our own little Contentoo Rant
Hey,
campaign.
it was before everybody did it, okay?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the last time.
Yeah.
We were the last ones to do it.
And then everybody did it. It was like an explosion.
Yeah, fair. So we actually didn't do it this year. But it was a great campaign because I had just joined like a few months before. We had launched a new website. We had rebranded. Nika joined the team. Like there was so much change. And then it was the end of year. It's not necessarily maybe everybody's priority to do a campaign like this. And we definitely got some pushback. Like I was super excited about it. There was, I mean, it's a customer-led campaign. It's great for a brand. It's great for internal marketing. There's so many reasons to do it, but not necessarily everyone understands that. And there was some talk about deprioritizing it.
Yeah, we were asked like, is this really a priority? Like,
is it a gimmick?
And it ended up being such a great campaign. Everybody loved it. Like our founder went crazy for it. Internally, everybody was also proud about it. Like everybody wanted to share it with their clients. Everybody was posting it on socials. It was actually something that had so much value in the end. Also because it was data driven. Like we weren't just posting Wrapped to post a Wrapped. We were posting about data from our clients, from our freelancers, and it was actually very interesting, I believe.
And putting it on the spin of Wrapped is just like us tying to that cultural thing that's happening at that time. It's a seasonal campaign.
Being relevant.
But really, it's an upsell campaign to clients. It's like a brand building campaign for showing off our new brand. And I think there was some discussion internally because they saw it just, maybe as a little gimmick, maybe it's not worth the time investment, all of that. But the important thing for us marketers is to communicate is that just because something looks good, is wrapped up nicely,
yes,
in like a nice narrative or a good angle, doesn't mean that it's not grounded in data, not helpful, and not going to go towards our business goals.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. And it was something that for us, it checked. We knew the goal from the beginning, but not everyone internally knows that. And we're asking for help from product, for the insights, from CSM. There's a lot of people that have to be involved and they're busy. They're doing the end of year stuff.
They have lots to do.
You know, so to get the actual cooperation from them is like our job to communicate why it's valuable. And in the end, it was such a win because it was a bit of a gamble for us to push back and be like, no, we're doing this. And then in the end, shout it out from the founder, so much love on LinkedIn. Like, and it really like sort of set the tone then for 2025, which was our best year ever.
Ever. Write that down.
Yeah. It's important to know that the best campaigns, in my opinion, might look simple, might look great, but they're like, and they're cool, funny, whatever, but that they're grounded in all these insights, all this work, all this really core strategy that makes sense. But if it doesn't look like that, that's the win. You know, you want it to feel like you're not being sold to. It's just something you're engaging with.
Yeah.
But it's actually hitting all those things that we want.
Our role is to make whatever we're making look good and look fun and entertaining, even if it's boring data. Like somehow we have to make it interesting for our audience.
Yeah. You can be like, do an end of year campaign. Okay. We can just do like a standard, year in review or whatever. But we wanted to put that like cultural spin on it. So it's like time bound, ties into the vibe of the culture at the time.
And it's exciting.
And it's fun. It's different. And then you're still sneaking in those data and the insights and like the upsell and all those little bits and the value and all those things. But you're able to do it in a fun way that people go, wow, just because it looks great doesn't mean that it's not also strategic, So for us, we have a bit of a content philosophy.
Yeah.
As a result of this.
For us, it's all about the angle.
Yeah.
So you just need to ask yourself, like, why would anyone care? And how will I also make them care? Because that's the important thing. So this is the thing for us. This is how we do it. So first you have a topic or a project or a goal. Yeah. So that's where you start. And then whatever you need to do to support that goal, you do it through your content by making it fun or making it less boring. So for example, we had to do a product explainer video.
Yeah. But also what I'm just going to say, we know our audience as well. So that's what works best for us is like, we are our audience. We also obviously research and get the insights that we need. But at the same time, we know our audience so well. We know what our goals are. And that's like, okay, check. Now, how do we make it interesting?
Yeah. So we did that with our product explainer because all they wanted from us was
so good.
Oh, just give us a product demo. And we were like, no, hold that thought because we're not just going to do a boring product video with our platform and that's it. So we decided to actually make it into a skit. And we decided to make it into a story, funnily enough, because storytelling is everything. And we decided to make a product video that was explaining our clients' pain points and then going right into what does Contentoo actually do? Because a lot of the feedback that we got was about how people didn't actually understand what Contentoo did.
Yeah.
So how does the platform actually work? And the whole point was to show them how the platform worked without putting our audience to sleep, in a few words.
Exactly. And it wanted to be something that could check multiple boxes. We obviously needed something to explain our product. And we had a brand new, cool, shiny new platform that was being launched.
It was perfect timing.
Yeah, it was like a super excited. They're like, okay, guys, we need to do this. Cool. We know we need to do that. But how do we make it Contentoo? How do we make it us? And we could, just go and do an animation and do maybe a funny little voiceover or something. Or we could combine it with our bread and butter, which has been like being funny and doing things like skits. So we combined that, but in the real world of our actual target audience and like the struggles that they deal with, which we know very well because we are our own target audience.
Yeah, and keeping in mind commercial goals. It's not like we did it as a fun little project because we wanted to. It was part of our goals.
Yeah, it's everywhere on our website. We've chopped it up into ads. And then we also have the value of we have the animation section, let's say, which you can still use for demos or whatever. You don't necessarily need sales to use the full video, but at the same time, we still have the ability to chop it up into little pieces so that it can be a funny little skit ad, or it can be a proper explanation of the product and what it does. And we were able to sort of kill two birds with one stone with that one project, and we've got so much hype from it. It's so nice.
So much good feedback.
Marketers are the best.
Honestly. The best target audience to have.
Literally,
we're very lucky, guys. Yeah. That's also true.
It's been amazing for me to go to an event or something, and I don't like events typically. I'm kind of an introvert, so I find it hard to navigate. And now I have people coming up to me and being like, you guys are doing amazing stuff. I loved your product video. Oh my God. Even acting in that was so out of my comfort zone. And I was so proud of myself.
And we got so much good feedback about your acting as well, which we were a little bit scared of. I'm not going to lie. We were like, yeah, we could act. I think probably we could.
And then look at that in the other videos. So I was like, I can try, but let's see.
And you slayed.
Not gonna lie.
Honestly.
I did that. But Thomas, our manager, actually was like, Nika, make sure you know all the lines.
To be a backup.
In case Penny
You didn't have full trust, but look at that.
But it worked out so well. And I know it was because we prepared, obviously, but we also believed in the project.
Yeah.
And we getting to do something like that is so fun. And concepting the story of the product video with getting all those deliverables that we need to deliver, at the value points, the pain points, everything that we need to communicate, all done.
Yeah, it was all inside of it.
But still funny, engaging, entertaining. That's the goal standard for me.
So actually, the real question for you guys is not do I have to be funny?
It's what kind of storyteller does my brand need to be to make people actually care? It doesn't necessarily have to be I'm the funniest person in the world.
Yeah.
But it's about your audience. Our audience is marketers. We know them well. We know we can do risky stuff.
You know?
And not every marketer is the same. Everyone is different as a person. But whether you're a CMO or a head of content or a demand generation manager, you are going to find some humor in something.
You'll get it. You'll get with the struggles.
Yeah. So as a result of all of our fun things that we've done, and we've really fought that battle internally of not it wasn't a tough battle, but
no, but it was still a mini battle.
A little,
a super small battle to get some trust.
Yeah. And so as a result, we have some of our sort of
commandments.
4 content commandments.
Yes.
But we just have 5.
Also, we should totally make a poster with our 10 commandments to have behind us.
Behind us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Put that on the list.
Okay.
Okay.
Writing it down.
Number 1, strategy beats jokes. Humor is an execution tactic. It's not the strategy. Despite what a lot of people might think, that they just see the end result of our strategy and the output, and they think, oh, she's just trying to be funny. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. It's layered.
It's so much bigger than that.
Like an ogre, it has layers.
Number 2, the baseline isn't be funny.
Yes.
It's just don't be boring. It's that simple.
It's not that hard.
You don't have to be, telling jokes all the time or having the most funny, quirky tone of voice. Just don't be a robot. That's all we're asking
Literally, don't be a robot.
Yeah. Please. And also, on that note, but this is the 3rd commandment, by the way, tone is a spectrum. You could be so serious. You could also be a little bit more warm and nice. You could also be witty or fully chaotic and unhinged. Just choose. Just analyze your audience, understand what they want, and choose.
And be intentional about it. Don't be willy-nilly with it. And that brings us to the next commandment, which is guardrails. Guardrails are so essential with any team. Any content person will tell you this, because as you scale, quality tends to go down because they don't have guardrails in place. And it gets more complex and tough the more you grow and the more you do. But also, if you're going to say in your strategy, one of our tactics is to be humorous. You can't just say that.
No.
You have to,
what does that mean?
What does it mean? What I think is funny versus what someone else thinks is funny.
Very different.
So different. So we never punch down to our audience. We've explicitly listed that in our tone and style guide. And that's a very important to us. And we've seen that in other brands who are leaning into the humor side of things.
And get backlash for it as well.
They get a lot of backlash when they don't stick to their guidelines. So, and another thing, what Nika just mentioned about your tone, obviously you're not going to write an invoice email.
Yeah.
Haha, LOL, girly pop. That's not what we're going to do. If there's an issue with the platform, you're not going to do prices.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's no memes there. But like, it should still feel like the same person. Like you can still write those emails in a kind, friendly, simple way. You don't need to speak robotic. Yes, you can go all in on LinkedIn or even your newsletter. You can change it up your tone like slightly depending on the need and the context, but it still has to be consistent.
Yeah, like humor doesn't have to be everywhere all the time.
No, and humor can mean something different in the context of like, let's say an invoice email. You could maybe make a little joke about something, but not like slap on your knee, ha ha ha, funny. Just like
also depending on the context, because maybe it's like a negative news that you're giving them, and you're like, oh well, I'm so sorry, haha.
And that's why human brains are so important, because AI does not have the ability to discern between like when the context is there or not. They can't be aware of the emotionally intelligent part that we have,
and it cannot be funny like us. Let's be honest.
Let's be real.
Like, have you tried prompting chat to do something funny? It's impossible.
It's so
I'm like, you are stupid. Why?
You're so mean. It's going to rise up against you.
I'm sorry. I'm very mean to it. I don't care. Try me.
Okay, next commandment, final one.
Trust is earned through consistency. And this is something we've learned ourselves through our struggles, our mini war that we were talking about. So we built our freedom by tying everything back to our goals. So everything we do, even if there's humor, even if it's funny, even if it feels like it has no commercial goal, it has a commercial goal. Yeah. It's tied back to our goals. So
100%.
We build it all by tying everything back to, does it resonate with our audience? Does it build trust? And also, does it have in any way a long-term impact on our audience? So that's what is the most important thing.
100%. So yes, B2B can be funny, but what actually matters, that's fine. You're totally allowed to do that. It's actually not the question.
It's great.
What actually matters is, does your content earn attention? Does it build trust? Does it do what it needs to do? Does it serve an actual purpose? You always have to start with that goal in mind and knowing your audience, because from there, you can't go wrong, because you know you can always bring it back to that goal. So there's enough crap on the internet. We do not need more content for the sake of content's sake. Like starting with a purpose, posting with purpose, whatever it is.
All of our briefs, one of the main parts at the beginning is what is the purpose? Yeah. Because otherwise we don't care about it.
Yeah. And a unique POV. That's also so important in our briefings as well.
So yeah, be funny, guys. But like also be chill. Like you don't have to be funny. If you're like a legal company, a law firm, maybe you don't have to be funny. But you can also not be boring. You know?
Yeah.
Can we bleep that out?
Like there's brands like Wiz who are cybersecurity, which Nick is the biggest fan of.
I love their content.
And they like do such...
I shouldn't say this, maybe.
Anyway, sorry. Anyway,
Blind.
there's brands that are like traditional, like cybersecurity brands. There are ones that are normal, more, let's say, traditional, playing it safe, which is fair because that's their strategy. There's other brands that make the decision at the top level that they're going to lean into whatever it is, like the playfulness, the humor, whatever. But it's not like, so then there's one event they do and suddenly it's the funniest thing in the world. It's like from everything they do.
It's part of their brand.
Yeah. And it's
incorporated.
One person going, we should be funny, it should be integrated into the whole like organization, like internal documents as well. Like everything should match the same vibe.
Yeah. Like is your support department also adhering to that tone of voice when they answer like tickets and emails?
Yeah. And that's a whole other thing. Like to keep your consistency across the whole work is so tough. And that's it's a whole other topic that we can cover. Yeah.
Anyways, Penny, do you know what time it is?
No, what time is it?
It's confession time. So, we actually got this message this week from a fellow marketing girly.
Shout out.
And what she said was, I published a piece of content last week and leadership is already asking me about pipeline results. I'm exhausted. First of all, you're not failing, okay?
Second, content takes time. Content marketing isn't a slow process.
Slow burn.
Not something that is a quick win. And anyone who's saying otherwise is lying to you. But also, part of our strategy and part of like just the hand we're dealt as marketers is that not everybody understands what we do. And they just see the output, they just see the deliverables, and they just think, okay, that's easy. They probably just did that on a whim. They don't actually see everything that goes into behind it. And so that's why for us as marketers, expectation setting and internal marketing, whether it's with leadership, with other stakeholders within the team, everybody, you have to, and yourself as well, like from the beginning. That's why briefing is so important, because there you're tied to that goal, you're tied to that purpose, and then you can always bring it back to that. And whenever there's a need to explain something, you can always refer back to the goal and the purpose. And then it helps go like, why is this report written in this way? Or why is it designed like this? Why is it not like the standard, let's say? And we go back to, well, in our strategy, we always say we want to do things differently. We always try to put our own spin on it. Yes, we will do our report. Yes, we will get all our facts, get all of our data, write a well-researched, well-thought-out piece of content. But can we make it look amazing?
Is it going to be a white paper? No.
No, it's going to be cool. And are we going to ask for your email when you sign up? No.
No. Ungate it.
To give content away because we believe in value exchange. So that's big things. But anyway, what I was going to say, what I meant to go into was just about how internal marketing and communication is just as important as distributing your content externally. Like you have to do that post. You have to be present in Slack. You have to be putting yourself out there, gaining visibility for you and your team, because otherwise you get classed as, oh, the TikTok girl. Oh, she just makes memes. They don't understand the value of what we do. And here we've really made so much headway.
Yeah.
And I think, well, obviously our Contentoo is built for marketing teams. So we have that in mind.
I feel like this is something that you really brought into our team. Like the fact of internal marketing is so important.
Yeah.
Like we would not be getting as many shout outs, as much recognition in the work that we're doing if we weren't actually being our own cheerleaders
100%.
first. So first you have to be the first person to be like, hey, look at what we did. And this is why it's important.
Yeah.
It's not just about publishing a piece of content like a blog and then letting that rot on your website.
No, yeah, you have to be we get into this habit of like, oh, we have a new asset to publish. Well, internally we're doing a little write up of like, what is this asset? Where can you find it? What's its purpose? And then specifically per team. How can customer success use this? How can sales use this? How can anyone else
a mini
use this?
plan, a mini strategy for everything.
And it doesn't have to be like super in depth, but it's important that everything we do is like visible. Yeah. And that we low-key have to like spoon feed it to people sometimes.
We have to explain why it's important.
This is why, because our audience did this, we now did
and
this.
We're so good at doing it because it's what we're doing in our job. So we might as well just do it internally as well.
You have to tell a story about the story.
Always. To the people you're telling the story for as
Literally.
well, you know. But yeah, this is something I learned from Penny, and I actually did not do that at all before. I was just doing work and shutting up, and
I didn't used to do it either.
You know?
And I could see my growth like stagnating in my first few companies that I worked in because I was a shy girl and I had a lot of imposter syndrome and I had a lot of fear.
And marketing doesn't always get the recognition it should.
No, and it is sometimes seen as like, oh, just get in like an intern.
You're a content girl.
Yeah, and now with AI, the people are just replacing their teams.
But are they though?
Well, a lot of people are doing
not anymore.
That and now coming back.
They tried.
We need to hire. We need to pay very well for people who like it's not something you can replicate with AI. AI is valuable. We're not anti-AI. No. We use it for our systems, operations. It's our co-pilot. But like we said, when trying to be funny with AI, like leave that to the experts, please.
Thank you to the comedians.
Anyway,
thank you so much for spending this time with us. We love to rant.
And this podcast exists because marketing, as we said, can be very lonely. Like we are so lucky that, first of all, our target audience is marketers. So we are building this beautiful community around us that we relate to so well. So it's very nice. But we also have each other.
Yeah, which is so crazy. Like, so I know that this is very special and not everybody has it. So if you're needing a community or a space to vent or a place to rant, you know, just come rant with us.
Like, subscribe, be our friend.
XOXO. Thank you for ranting with us. That was so good.
See you next time.
Go drink water.
Close your Slack. You did enough today. Thank you so much.
You're good. Energy check?
I'm at like 10 now.
Whoa, I'm at 0.
Okay, it's fine. It's Friday.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.